Hi everyone, I'm very excited to show you this lovely new book that I got. Now, you may have remembered that only last week I had Rita Berman's summer book, and this is her spring book. So this is absolutely lovely treat. Now, I do like spring. Autumn is my favourite season, I have to say. But spring is lovely with its flowers, sticky birds, lovely greens, things like that. I really like it. So let's have a look inside and see what Rita's done in her book. So, just so you know, I would like to show you a comparison of size. I don't have a Johanna Basford book here. I have a Johanna Basford planner, so it's a little bit bigger. And I have a book that's A4, which is our sort of standard UK size. You can see it's a smallish book, which I think is quite nice. Okay, let's go. We have a green cover. We have a bit on the back. I'm not going to try and read out all the German. Here is our start page. Let's get you in the middle. And then we have the title page of a cute little butterfly, a swallow. It's rather pretty. And here we have a little intro by Rita and a really cute little picture here. So we have a watering can, the bird and the butterfly. We might come back and colour that at the end. Let's see how we go. Okay, so our first page looks like we're just coming out of winter because we have some snow and some lovely buds, sticky buds. I love sticky buds. It's really pretty. And look, here we have some more and catkins and the sort of crocuses or snowdrops. So that's really fun. Those are the sort of first signs of spring that we see here in the UK at least. And where do we go from here? That's very pretty. So it's, again, we've got catkins and pretty flowers, crocuses and things. It's really pretty. And some berries. We have mice, little mice. And it looks still a bit snowy or sparkly. I don't know. Not sure which. That's fun. Oh, that's a pretty pattern, look. So we have flowers and shapes, it's really nice. Oh, crocuses, definitely crocuses, and maybe they're all crocuses. And again, we have this, it looks like snow. I'm sure it probably is. Or we have some mountains. That's a pretty double page spread. So we have a sort of lake and beautiful blossoms, look. Really nice. And again, some of these snowdrops, crocuses. You could do them either way. I'm not really sure. It doesn't matter, does it? It's up to whoever does it. That's pretty. Look at lovely blossoms. And we have another, just a set of blossoms. Really lovely. Excuse me. Oh, it's raining. We do get a lot of rain here. I know Rita's not from the UK, but I should imagine that Europe is similar in its rain. And we have lovely birds. Little bird house. That's a fun one. Oh, lots of birds and feathers. Look how pretty. All sorts of different feather designs. Oh, and some bugs. Beetles, I think. They come in all sorts of lovely colours, so it could be fun. Oh, Easter eggs. Or eggs, chicks' eggs. That's really pretty. Look at that. I'm not sure. Is that an egg? I'm not sure. I think it must be, but that's really lovely. Very pretty. Oh, and we have some just sort of grasses or leaves coming out. And this, you can use your spring greens and a pair of lovebirds. Oh, there's another one. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's the baby. No, we've got these lovely bird houses. Very pretty. Oh, and what a scene. Let's have a look. We've got houses. A little sort of fields. We've got a picnic going on. And some birds. Lovely. And water. It sort of disappears off here. I think I would do a pastel background here because it sort of, you know, fades out. It's easy to do with pastel. We have a very spring picture here. Lots of sheep and rabbits, almost Eastery, isn't it? He's a cutie. Oh, we've got our Easter eggs. What fun. What fun. I may have to leave that till next Easter, maybe. It's nice to have a few Eastery things to colour, isn't it? But we'll see. It depends how the mood takes me. Ooh, and more Easter eggs and daffodils. Now, what do we have here? Lovely florals. I don't know if they're roses. Roses are more summery, aren't they? But they're pretty. And look at that. gorgeous butterfly and all these little bits make it all magical and sparkly. I found a way to make a really glittery sparkly background, which I've been doing lately. It's gold though, and I always think this would need silver, but I'm going to have to show you one day how to do it. I will, I promise. Okay, we have florals, dragonfly, butterflies, very pretty, just a whoosh. I like that swoosh. And we have more florals. These are tulips, I reckon. Some of them, although these could be bluebells, couldn't they? No, little wasps or bees. I like bees. And flowers at the top, blossoms. Oh, look at these hens. Oh, they're so cute. I know people who absolutely have a thing for sort of cockerels and roosters and hens, and those are just gorgeous. Look at that one. Such fun. Oh, and it's raining again. I love this brolly page. It's lovely. Look at the little cat. And we have cats playing on the roofs as well. So you could do it as a double or 2 singles. It's not really a double, but you know. Oh, butterflies. Just so many of them. Lovely, lovely. Oh, we have more florals. That's quite nice. We've got a few berries in there, which I very much approve of, but it's quite random. But you could do a background and then fill over, or do background after, or just keep it quite plain and simple. It's interesting. And look at this one, the butterfly's got no markings or doodling, so you could doodle on it if you're inclined, or just colour it in quite plain. I think that's quite interesting. It's a bit different. Oh, and here we have, now what are these? What are those? There's some sort of wetland bird, aren't they? Excuse me. I'm going with curlew. I don't know. Is that a wetland bird? Lapwing? I don't know. I reckon that's kingfisher. Look at the otter. Very cute. Oh, I do like a dragonfly. We have them along our canal. Lovely turquoisey blue and greeny ones, and some red as well. Really interesting. I do like them. They've just started coming out now. The weather's getting really hot. Oh, we have all sorts of bulbs blooming. So we have maybe crocus, grape hyacinth, that's probably hyacinth as well, isn't it? Again, crocuses maybe, or snowdrops, tulip, daffodil. That's fun. And our soil looks different all the way along. It's quite fun. Oh, look at the more beetles. They're cute. Ladybird. I think a ladybird is a type of beetle, I think. I don't really know. And there's a big beetle. Look at all those leaves. Oh, that's fun. There's a lot of fun. Oh, look at that baby. So cute. We have all the dandelions. Wow, that's a rabbit. Oops, someone's making some noise outside. Oh, we have all their little tiny pictures. They're fun. Little mini motifs. Oh, sorry. Look at help shot slightly. And now we have a page full of little spring bits and pieces. So we have animals, florals, different things. That's fun. And a sort of almost tile type pattern. That's quite different. I quite see that in spring pastels. Oh, in Holland, look at the tulips, the windmill. What fun. Oh, look at those, just all tulips. You can do them all the same, all different types, colours, ladybird, butterfly, nice. And now we have just a pretty floral pattern, and it's a church and some flowers, that's nice. Clouds. Oh, this one we have some fruits, cherries and blueberries and things, that's fun. And we have a sort of, just a motif with various flowers, that's nice. Oh, I'm trying to turn the page. Oh, a bench in the middle of a park, lots of flowers, catkins, really pretty. It almost looks autumnal to me with this swallow, I don't know why. Anyway, they have swans, we have a black swan, a white swan, and cygnets. Got a few around here actually. Cygnets. I'm slipping across again, I'm sorry. Wow, look at that. I don't think I've ever seen this page coloured. That's amazing. I don't quite know how I would approach that. I think some pastel in the background and maybe some white pen or something. I don't know. Lovely, Give it a think, give it a think, have a think. Now we have another page with all sorts of bits and pieces. I know it's quite far away for you guys. So we've got a little cute owl, butterfly, eggs, rabbit, little mouse, bird, little log hut, pig, all sorts. Oh, and we've got lambs and the knitting wool. I love this picture, it's just the cutest. Yep. Making a jumper straight out of the lamb. Look at how furry and cute they look. Oh, bicycle. Lots of flowers, that's nice. So you could just keep it quite plain and simple, or you could go in with something here. I'll probably keep it plain and simple. This is interesting, what a heart there, and then lots going on around it. That's really different. Lots of different types of flowers. Oh, and we're at the end. I've got that one. I'm so lucky. That must be the autumn one. And there's the winter one. How lovely. Should we do a colouring? Should we do the one I said? Should we do this one? I'm just going to grab some paper to put behind the page. I've got it behind, sorry I'm making noise. I've got some behind the camera on my windowsill. Now I happen to have some Castle Arts soft touch pencils, so we'll use those. There we go, we'll go in closer, don't worry. You'll be able to see. Oh, isn't it cute? Right, I'm thinking, am I being a bit ambitious? I'm thinking I'd quite like a coppery coloured watering can. I think I might be being a bit ambitious, but I'm going to go for it anyway. So I'm going to start with the sepia to do the darker areas. So under here, just going to do a light layer and spread it up a little bit. Now I haven't properly said a thank you to the lovely Sharon who sent me this book. She's so generous, sending me lovely bits and pieces every so often, and I feel so happy and so lucky and spoilt. I tell people and they can hardly believe that people are so kind to me. I feel very lucky. I am going to next go in, now this is a risk, I'm not sure if it's going to quite work, terracotta, to try and bring in that sort of coppery look and just spread it up a bit. I don't know if this is going to work or if it's going to end up just looking horrid. It's a bit daring, isn't it, in a brand new book to just go for it and try something, but why not? If I don't do it now, I never will, because I can't be too scared. Yeah, I think I'm going to now use the terracotta light. It might be a bit of a jump in colour, but we'll see. I'm going to go over this and I'm going to do a bit on this side as well, because we need some shine because it's metallic. I'm not sure what's going on behind here, so I'm just going to pop some in there. This big bit might need a little more of something else. Oops, gone over the leaf. Never mindy. It'll disappear when I put some colour in. Let's just do a bit more there. As we layer it up, it just darkens that area a bit. Take that up to there and there. Leave a little bit of white there. How's that? It's not too bad, is it? A bit more there. Now I realise my shine on the top of that rose is under the bird and it wouldn't really be, but you know, let's just chill, it doesn't matter. Okay, there's that bit. I'm happy with that. I don't know if it looks copper, but it's fine. I'm wondering whether to just use a little bit of bright yellow to just brighten it. Yeah, I'm going to try it. It is the Golden Yellow Deep. And I'm only going to go over the top of the bits that are already done, so I'm going to leave the white that's there. I I think it might just add a bit of a warm glow, make it look slightly more coppery, metallic, I don't know. Not sure. Done it now, all done. I'm going to leave it. If I keep fiddling, I'm going to spoil it. Now, I'll do the grass next actually. Shall I use my favourite colour? Where is it? Can't find it. There we go. Cadmium green. Look how blunt that is. Let's give it a sharpen. I just realised I haven't done the bottom of the can. Hold on a minute. This bit, we only did it in dark. So let's grab our terracotta. Whoops. We just drew on the page with that. Not ideal, but hey ho. There's my phone ringing. The children are here, they can get it. There's the terracotta light. It's still ringing. They'll be arguing over who's got to get it. It's probably just my husband saying he's on his way home. And the golden yellow deep to finish it off. That's quite red, that bit. I can hear footsteps. I'm just listening in. Can't hear anything much. Okay, so now in with the cadmium green. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to make them quite dark at the bottom, just lighter at the top. I want them to look quite pretty, not too dark, because spring colours are usually quite bright and light. And we might even add a little bit of yellow to the tips to make them a little bit lighter. But we'll see. Like that. And under this end, I'll do a few grassy bits. Now Rita's got a new book coming out, hasn't she? Minor Riser Asian, no, Dirk Asian? I can't remember. But it's My Journey Around Asia. I wasn't really sure. I thought, not sure. I love her other books so much. I'm just going to erase this mark here that I made. And I don't know if it will erase properly. But I wasn't sure. And then she started sharing pictures on Instagram, and I'm in love. It does look a lovely book. Right, I'm going to do the Ladybird next, and we will use the Scarlet Red. What I thought I would do on this picture is to do the bits that I know what colour I want to do them. I'm going to fade this up to the top, and then I can fill in the other bits with colours that work. So we'll see what's going to work. I'm thinking spring flowers, blooms. We've got a mix here. So we've got, I'm thinking these look like bluebells, so I'm going to do those as bluebells. Hang on, let's just move my pencils around just a little. Oh. I think the cerulean blue light is quite nice for a bluebell. I'm not sure if it's a bit too pale, but that's what I'm choosing. I'm just going to make it lighter towards the bottom. I'm going to keep it really simple. Like that. Now is this a tulip? And is that a tulip? I think so. That's how I'm going to colour them. I think they look pretty. What should we do? What colour is a good colour for a tulip? Red. It's obviously the usual tulip colour. I think we'll do that. So if we do this tulip red, it will sort of match with that. So we're going to use the same red, the Scarlet Red. And again, dark at the bottom. And fade a bit towards the top. Not too much though, because we want it to look very vibrant. This red tulips usually really do stand out very prettily. Like that. And then maybe, I've got another one here. Trying to think what colour. Yellow is quite a common colour, isn't it? let's use this, whoops, my pencils are rolling away. Let's use the golden yellow deep for this one. Vibrant, isn't it? Now I think we need some, this one down here I'm thinking I'm going to do it as a purple crocus. So I'm going to use the heather purple for it. Although size-wise it isn't right because it's the same size as the tulip. Though you can get mini tulips, but still not as small as a crocus. But, you know, it's done now. And I'm thinking this big one, I'm going to do orange. Oh, I'm just going to do a big mix of colour. So Orange Lake just seemed a perfect choice. I'm going to do the centre really deep orange and then a bit less as we come out. I can't think what sort of flower this is, so I'm just doing it randomly. I notice that's when I sometimes look at people's colouring, that they don't always know what, they sometimes colour something wrong. Now you can never colour anything wrong, but I look at it and I think, well, that's a daffodil and they've coloured it purple. You know, they obviously don't know what a daffodil is. And then I think, you know what, maybe they do know what a daffodil is and they're sick of colouring them yellow, or maybe they just thought it would look really pretty in a different colour. And actually, even if they didn't know what it was, Grandine Light, and coloured it in the colour that it doesn't naturally grow in, why does that matter? You know, maybe it might even look prettier in the colours they've chosen rather than the real proper colours, you know. So actually it's quite mind-opening, if you know what I mean. Now we have these ones in the back and I think we've used every colour in the box. I'm just trying to think what colour to do them. I think I'm going to use a really dark blue. Yes, the Prussian blue for these. So all these little tiny circles. So talk amongst yourselves while I colour away. No, I'll talk to you, don't worry. Quite small spaces, you're going to need quite a sharp pencil and quite a lot of layers to get into all these little gaps. It'll be worth it. You might decide to do a very different colour, because I don't know what this is supposed to be. It might be a very specific plant that's never purple, but you know, it's how I've chosen to do it. So that's that really. And we've got the bird and the butterfly, and I've got no idea what colours to do them. Now all the leaves need to be done as well, and I'm thinking that I'm going to do them all the same but a different shade to the grass. I can do these in this colour too, I don't know why. I might put some sparkle on those after, but not yet. So I'm going to do more of a mid green. I'm going to use the leaf green middle. It's quite a nice green. It's called leaf green, so it should be the right one to use. And I think it's quite nice for spring, because although tulips have really dark leaves, really, spring greens are usually quite pale and pretty. So they always look really clean and fresh and new, I think. Spring greens. I'm saying spring greens over and over and it's making me think that I'm talking about there's a type of cabbage called spring green. I'm going to do these little stones while I think about what colour to do the bird and the butterfly. So I'm going to grab a really dark colour, burnt umber, for those. And I'm just going to try and do a little bit darker around the edge, but they're so small, it's really not easy to do that. It's just a little splodge really. There we go. Now, bird. So we could do the bird grey, we could do him brown, you know, sort of birdie colour, or we could just do him something really random. And I'm thinking I'm going to do him something really random. So I am going to grab this purple and do him purple. Him or her? What do you think? Little eyelashes. Maybe her? I don't know. Does it matter? No. Looks like a little pearl necklace as well. Very cute and pretty. So I'm trying to do a little bit darker near the edge, a bit lighter towards the back, just by reducing my layers. Now the other bits I'm going to do darker. Not that one. Oh, I could use that one. Yeah, I think I use the aubergine for the wing and the tail. So I'm going to make the tail dark there and then just fade it towards the end. Like that. I can do this one fairly even and I have a think. I think I'm going to do it darker here and lighter on the back. And then do these pearls, whatever they are. There. Oh, you're a cute bird, aren't you? Now butterfly. I was thinking teal, but I don't. They've got enough. Got 2 lots of blue. Got purples and pinks now. 2 lots of red. So we're sort of missing oranges and yellow. So maybe we'll do orange and yellow. There's quite a few orangey butterflies, so that could work. Let's see, what have we got here? We'll go. Oops. I'll get hold of one in a minute. We'll go for the cadmium orange. And just layer it up. I'm going over those dots because they're a bit small. And then I'm sort of trying to fade it a little bit towards the edge, but I don't want to lose too much of the intensity of the orange because I think it's really eye-catching. So I'm just layering it up a fair bit. Now I think this bottom wing might be darker, so I'm going to go for a different colour. I'm going to go for the red ochre. It's quite an orangey red. I think it will just give us that shadowy look that I want. And just go over those as well. I might just put a little bit there, just because I'm fussing. Now this flower looks quite similar to the butterfly, but I'm going to get a pen, and a couple of pens, and do a few bits and pieces. So I've got a Jelly Roll 10, and I'm going to do a few dots. I think we do some dots there. Do a few dots here. Some at the tulip, why not? Lots around here. One in the middle of each of them. A few on there. Could do a few on a few of these. Down here. They might not show up too much on that yellow. And then a sort of on there. Now he's gone pink because this the pigment has absorbed. But never mind. What's I going to use this pen for? Oh yeah, the sorry, the Jelly Roll sparkly pen for those. It sort of goes over the top, so you can still see the blue, but when you tip it to the light you can see the sparkle. So there we go, our little scene. So that was rather fun. It's always rather nice to get a book started and then you can just get going with it. Sometimes it sits there and you sort of think, oh, it's new, it's new. But actually, if you just go, it's lovely fun. Anyway, that's me. A big thank you to lovely Sharon who sent me this book. I have sent her a little thank you, but I just want to say it on video as well in case she didn't get my message. And have a lovely day, everybody. and happy colouring. Hi everyone, I am so excited to share this new book with you. Well, it isn't a new release by Rita Berman, but it is a new book to me, and I have been kindly sent this from a lovely lady, Frances, so thank you so much, Frances, for sending me. I haven't had a look through, but I do love Rita Berman, and I have got her other books of hers which are fabulous, so I'm expecting this to be the same. So the only thing I'm a little bit cross is there's a sticker on the front, but I've got some special chemicals to remove stickers without leaving a mark, so I'm going to attend to that myself later at my leisure, rather than I didn't want to rush it and do it before making this video. I was really excited to do the video and have a look at the book. So I thought I would leave that until later and do that. And I quite like the fact that it's got the German. I don't know if Spiegel means bestseller. It's quite fun, isn't it? So this is Rita's summer book. Mein Sommer, Spaziergang, Ausmalen and Durchatmen. It means my summer walk. I'm not sure what that bit is. I can't remember. She has got one for each season. I'm trying to get it all in shot, but sort of as close as I can. There we go. So let's go through. So it's got the list of her other books here. So her autumn, winter and spring books, Water and Land, which I've got, and these two which I've got as well. So I'm very lucky with my Rita Berman collection of books. I feel very lucky. And we have a very cute little dragonfly on our very first page. And let's get stuck in and see what we've got. So we've got a little introduction here by Rita. I won't attempt to read the German. I did study German at school, but it was a long time ago. But we've got a very pretty sailing boat here, a little tiny picture, which I think are always good fun to colour. You have to be in the mood for seeing little details, but I think it's quite a nice one. There aren't too many small items there to colour. And here we go. So we start with a very pretty floral circle wreath type design and lovely cherries. I love colouring cherries. They're just in season here at the minute, which is great fun. I'm hoping we might get some at the weekend. It'd be lovely in our farmer's market. We have a lovely little cat sitting on, I used to have a chair like that, sitting outside a window. Lovely rose design. Look at that. Very pretty. Lots of pretty florals. These look like is it hydrangea? I don't know. Anyway, very pretty. Ooh, that's nice. Look at that. So you could do that with all the flowers the same colour or lots of different colours. That's really pretty. We have another pretty floor, lovely dragonfly, butterflies and things, lots of pretty looking flowers. I quite like Rita's very imaginative florals. They're great fun, aren't they? We have a very pretty, quite large butterfly, which will be fun, and some various pretty flowers there. And this one here, this I think it's a dragonfly or damselfly. I've seen this one done beautifully a lot of times, so that will be a fun one to colour. Really pretty. I saw this one this morning on Instagram and it looked really pretty, so that's a really nice one. And we've got a lot of sunshines on this page too. And of course you could do them all the same colour. You could do it as a double page perhaps, or a mix, so that's fun. And we've got a sort of pretty colours in the middle, almost like a sunflower, isn't it, with the sort of different sort of seed in the middle. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Got all the beach huts along the coast with the fish and things. Look at that naughty seagull. Is he going to stand there forever holding that flag? Oh, and a lighthouse. I like colouring lighthouses. And what I do like about Rita's books, which I haven't got a ruler in here, is they're a little bit smaller in size as well. Let me just show you while I'm thinking about it. So this happen to have here, this is, oh sorry, I knocked the tripod. This is a Johanna Basford book. You can see how it is bigger. Rita's is still square, but so it's a little bit smaller, which means that when you do a page, it doesn't feel quite so daunting because it's not quite so big. Now this one is fun. We've got all sorts of elements. So we've got shuttlecock and different sports balls and diary and ring and all sorts of things, swimming shorts and games, dominoes and sunglasses. That's a really fun page. So if you just want to do a little bit of colouring in a day, you could just grab one element, colour it, leave it, put it aside, come back another day, do one little element. It's really fun. That's great. Ooh, we have a sort of underwatery scene. Look at that. So we have sort of, I'm assuming, rocks or coral? Maybe coral. And these pretty sea grasses. And I love these. That's really pretty. And jellyfish, I'm thinking. That's fun. And we have 3 pretty fish in a circle. They're going that way, aren't they? I like them. They're all a little bit different, aren't they? What fun. Now we have a really big swoosh of water, but we have pretty florals and cherries here, which is really interesting, and then it sort of leads into fish and water. How fun. Oh, I like that. I like that. And we have a sort of just a patterny page, which is always quite fun if you're in the mood for something a little bit different. That's fun. And we've got birds, lots of different birds. Are they hens or are they, well, I don't know. Fun. These look like hens to me. I don't know why. Got ladybugs as well, or ladybirds. Oh, this is pretty. I've seen, I think Colour Bright Bex did a tutorial on this page. It was beautiful, really nice. Look at the nest. It looks a little bit springtimey to me, not summer, but that doesn't matter. I like doing eggs and nests. It's fun, and feathers. Great fun. And we got berries. I like berries. Oh, look at this pretty cottage. Lovely roses. We've got creeper on the roof. We've got beautiful flowers. It's like a little country cottage. It's really pretty. Lovely. And we've got the garden, presumably. So we've got lanterns and flags, a nice lounging chair, lemonade, lots of books to read. Look at all these lovely flowers. Really pretty. The sun's coming in. Hang on. I'm going to have to shut the blind. It will go really dark for a moment. So bear with me. When it fully closes, it'll go black. And it should adjust to the new light, hopefully. I've put my lamp on, so hopefully that's okay for you. It's a bit easier to see than having the sun across the book. It's as nice as it is to see the sun for some people. Now I know some of you are having very hot weather at the minute. We have a very pretty pea pods. I do like colouring vegetables, so that's really fun. Peas? Are those beans or are they peas as well? Can you just taste them? Freshly podded peas. Delish. I used to grow peas when I was at home. And we've got one here on the sticks. That's fun. Oh, look at the cat. And we've got tomatoes and strawberries, onions, maybe turnips. I'm guessing those look like grapes. Cabbages, carrots, flowers. How pretty! What a pretty page. Oh, we have all sorts of cats and houses. What a lovely combo. So, and the sunshine, we've got all the roofs. You can do them with like a rainbow or do them all the same colour. Oh, lots of fun. Do it as a double. It is sort of a double, but it doesn't come into the margin. So you could do it as 2 singles or 1 double. That's a fun page. Rita does like her cats. Oh, and we've got a balloon. Oh, look at all these ice lollies, ice creams. I don't know what you all call them. Ices? I don't know. Look at that. It's pretty. This one looks like a twister. Looks like a watermelon on a stick. Oh, I'll be really hungry doing. Oh, look at that one. Wow. 4 scoops of ice cream in a cone. Wow. I don't really like ice cream, to be honest. But I'll have fun colouring it. And cherries and strawberries. It really does look like a fun one to colour. Oh, look. Look at these sheep and their wool. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, Rita, you are funny. So we've got the lovely hills and interesting trees. Really, really fabulous. And fluffy. My husband was watching a programme with lambs on just the other day. That's funny. And they were really, really fluffy. Oh, camping. So we're off camping under the dark starry sky. And we've got a campfire. Fire's always challenging to colour, but that's okay. Sorry, my nose is running. Oh, it's too much laughing. And we have pretty tents. It's got a blanket over it and a sort of wagon, caravan, I guess. What fun! This little rabbit. And, oh, mandarin ducks. I do love these mandarin ducks. They're lovely. And a little frog. This is a lovely page. Oh, we have lots of sort of florals and our cup of tea. Yum. I do like my cup of tea. It's a fun page. I like these roses as well. Really nice. Oh, try and keep you in shot. Sorry. Getting too excited. What do we have here? Oh, that's a really nice one. Look at all those berries. We've got all sorts of different types of berries. Lovely. The blackberries aren't out yet. They're in flower though. Lovely. Oh, the summer house. I don't think I have ever seen this picture coloured, because I do look at hashtag Rita Berman on Instagram a lot and see a lot of her pictures. I don't recognise that one at all. So that would be really fun. I love doing pictures that I've never seen coloured before. I haven't seen this one either, because you have to just go for your imagination. You know you're not being influenced by anybody else. I saw this one done recently for Pixie Projects Disney hashtag, and it was a Beauty and the Beast, and someone had coloured these red roses and they look really nice. So that was interesting. We've got a lovely rose one there. I do like colouring roses. Rita draws them in a really lovely way. It's simple, but you can still do really nice shading, depth of colour. Oh, we're at the market. So we have our market store with all our lovely veggies. Look at the size of those peppers. Delish. And then we have all our jars of jam, chilies and different things there. Onions. Lovely. Oh, look, just fruit and veg. Pears, apple, plums, cherries. I do love colouring berries. I also love colouring fruit, veg, things like that. Lovely. And again, it's a page where you can just do one little element and then another little element. You don't have to worry about tackling the whole thing in one go. It can be tricky, I know, to look at a page like that and think, wow, there's so much going on. But just take a little bit here, just colour that bit, forget about all the rest, and then do these beans and forget about the rest. Is that a monkey nut? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, we've got a picnic table. Look at that. Look at that spread. So we've got something bubbly, some fruits, more fruits, chips maybe, or fries, or are they carrot sticks? Are we being healthy? I think we're being, it's all quite healthy, isn't it? We've got a mushroom pizza, I'm thinking. Not sure what that is. Lemons, that's delicious looking tart of some sort, lots of drinks, nice bread. Potatoes. Delicious. Look at that lemonade. That's what's bubbling over here. I thought it was something a bit more alcoholic, but maybe not. And the cats. So there we've got cushions, napkins, everything. Wow. Should we all go and have a feast? I want a slice of that pie. What do you think it is? Plum? Blueberry? Delicious. Okay. Now we've got another sort of patterning page. I find these really relaxing if you don't feel like doing too much detail, too much shading and mixing of colours. You can just do a straight colouring, just hard or burnish colour, or even just light colour in all of these sections, and you don't really have to think too much. So that's quite fun. What do we have here? I'm trying to work out, is that a tomato? It must be, because these are tomatoes and these are tomato flowers. It's a giant inside of a tomato. What fun. Oh, I like that. Oh, how pretty. So we've got our veggie landscapes. We've got all our flowers here, look, and a bird. We've got carrots and pumpkins. They're a bit more autumny, aren't they? But that's okay. And another wildflower field, lots of trees, a little line of houses. How pretty is that? Really lovely. Oh, and the sunflowers. Wow, lots and lots of sunflowers. How pretty. Can you imagine that? All yellows with a black background. Oh, a lighthouse. As I said earlier, I do like colouring a lighthouse. It's quite a nice challenge because you want to try and make it look rounded and get the light right and things like that. So that's fun. And look at these waves. Whew, they're fun. And we've got a sort of, I don't know if that's beach huts or a lifeguards station. It doesn't really matter. I can imagine doing that in rather bright colours, I think. And we've got lovely boats and the sand and sea, and then we've got some sky to do as well. There's a lot of sky in this picture. I think I will probably use a soft pastel for the sky to make it a little less daunting. Maybe colour the sun and then do a pastel. Oh, shells. Wow, lots of different shells. How very pretty. And seaweed and things like that. Again, that could look like a daunting page, but really you can just grab this one, whatever that is, colour that, and then that one, and then that one, and then that one, and just do them one at a time, slowly, and have fun with it. Oh, look, perfect. We're at the beach, I think, and we're colouring. Just don't get sand in your pencils. Well, might be okay, just don't get it in your book. And we have a sort of, it's all shells, isn't it? Oh, how interesting. Different shell shapes. Fun. I could see me doing that with some metallic pencils, maybe. Is this the picture from the front of the book? Yeah, it is, look. So you could copy the colours from the front if you wanted to, or just do your own thing. I've never copied one of Rita's colours from, it's quite difficult to keep going back and forth, but actually if you took a photograph of the front of that and put it on your phone, you could then copy the colours across to your version if you wanted to. And look, we have a bike on the beach, suntan lotion, flip-flops. I don't think other countries call them flip-flops. I think they get called thongs, maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, umbrella and beach ball and things, that's fun. What fun. Got glasses to do. Glass is always a challenge, but they'd be sunglasses, they'd be quite dark, so you wouldn't have to worry. It's a bit easier than doing just normal specs. That's fun. Oh, what are we doing here? We're canoeing. Look at that sort of Mexican style top. I really like that. And hat, big hat. It's fun. We've got air balloons. We've got cold mountains. That's quite nice if you're feeling a little bit hot. Although we've got the sun, we've got a bit of cool area to colour, so that's quite fun. And this looks like ice. Maybe it's just rocks. I don't know. It's interesting that the water is black. That's really interesting. You could leave it black, you could colour over it with something. Maybe do these little bits in a blue glitter or something. I'm not sure. It'd be an interesting one to have a go at. Oh, and here we have all sorts of camping items. And I'm not one for camping. It's not my idea of fun. I've never tried and I'm not into it. I know a lot of people really are. But look at these fun things. Got the tent, fishing, bits and bobs, the boat, and axe and things, rope, radio. It's all fun, isn't it? A little Swiss Army knife and these boots. I love this picture. Absolutely gorgeous picture. So that one is really, really lovely. And we have more boat. I think I've seen this one coloured quite recently. It looks to me initially very complex, but I think it could be made quite simple by doing, I would probably do the water first, and then I could more easily see the details and what's going on. These might do in a white, and then once I'd sort of done the water, I could see all the details of the boats and decide whether to do them matching or all different colours. I always want to do kayaks or canoes in orange. I don't know why, but I probably would do them a little bit more interesting than just orange. What do we have here? Oh, we have our woodland. Lovely, lots of lovely trees. Oh, are they little hogs? I don't really know what they are, but they're so cute. We have a fox on the other side. What else do we have? Very well, we have got quite a few berries, which always pleases me. We have this sort of wooden lookout thing, which we've got one in Slimbridge near to us outside the Alaskan, I think it's the Alaskan hut. That's interesting. Now we have a big mix of bits and pieces. Let's have a look. We've got Pretty Rose and a sort of melon, a frog. Look at that, it's cute. But again, you can take little elements and just do them separately. I might actually do a few videos for just little bits, because I need some smaller videos to do for the afternoons sometimes when I've got a little bit less time. So I think it could be quite fun just to pick out a few bits and pieces from the page. So that'd be good. Might be this page, might be one of the other pages. Oh, we've got a lovely little town with a wall and houses and things. And we've got, this page is, I think it looks like all trees, like it needs to be greens. It's fun. So again, a bit different, you know. Oh, and we're at the end. So this is the autumn book, and we have the winter book, so you could actually colour these as well, and the springtime book. So there is the end of the book, and we've got this picture which we had inside has been coloured here, so again you could photograph that and then colour yours identically. I might do that for one of them just because I've never done it before. I think it would be quite fun. So there we have that book. I think some of the pictures are in Rita's compilation book. So she's got one for each season, and she's got one that has a few pictures from each of her season books. So if you don't have this book, when I do colour-alongs, they might be in the other book, but they may not. It depends what I choose. But that's really lovely. So I want to say again a big thank you to Frances, because it's a beautiful book, and I'm really excited to start. As I say, I'm going to work on this. Sorry, it's catching the light, isn't it? And carefully remove that. I think once I've looked up what the word means, I'm sure it just means bestseller, but I think it's fun. Anyway, so that's me. I'm going to stop talking. Thank you for watching. Now, normally when I do a flip, I like to just do a little bit of colouring. So I think actually maybe I'll just colour that for you before I finish, so that you get a little bonus bit of colouring. I'm just going to grab a piece of paper to put behind the page before I start. So it's only going to be a tiny bit of colouring, and I happen to have a tin of pencils next to me which are metallic, so we're going to use those. Ooh, that was a bit loud, wasn't it? So let's have a go. Let's have a quick go. So let's do the body first. I'm thinking I would like quite a dark grey. I'm going to have to sharpen them as we go because they're all a bit blunt. If you don't have the metallic, just use any dark grey. This is called a typhoon grey. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to... Should we come in a bit closer? Be able to see. Would you like to be able to see? It's quite small, isn't it? There we go. So let's show you again. You'll be able to read it this time. Typhoon grey. What I'm going to do is go gently around the edge of our little damselfly, I want to say, like that, and then just lighten my touch, put less layers towards the middle. Do the same on this bit, so put more layers around the edge and less towards the middle, and the same around our head. And then I'm going to get a slightly lighter pencil. Oh, that one's rolling away. The Vesuvius grey, and just fill in a little bit more, like that. There we go. Now wings. We want something quite bright, don't we? Let's just, I'm just removing the other layer of pencils so we can have a look underneath. And I'm thinking I'd quite like some pink. What do we have? It's quite vibrant. Let's try this actually. This is the Jasper Peach. It isn't pink, but it's quite pinky, you'll see. I'm just trying to find it on my swatch chart and I can't. But there it is. So we're just, what I'm going to do with this is do the beginning of the wing, like that, and then fade it towards the middle on both of them. So I want it darker near the body of the dragonfly and less as we go out towards the edge. I'm expecting my telephone to ring at any minute now. Okay, let's do a different colour for the tip and mix them together. I've seen the colour I want, I've got to find it. I haven't used these loads, so I'm still, where is it? Blue Mist, there it is, Blue Mist, Blue Mist. And what I'm going to do is do the opposite of what I did in the centre and put a darker application on the end of the wing and less in that direction, and hopefully the colours will just mix. These mix together quite well, I have found. Which is nice, although I haven't used them loads, I really like them. And as I say, they seem to blend nicely together. And let's do this one. Now if you want your the wings to show up even more, we can add a little bit of sparkle. I'm just moving my head around a bit because the light's catching it. I can't quite see. There we go. I'm going to go back to my Jasper Peach and add a little bit more, just to make sure it doesn't get lost, to make it a little bit more vibrant. Now you wouldn't find a dragonfly with wings this colour, but I thought it was just fun to mix the colours up a little bit. And what I'm going to do to finish it off, if I can find my pen, which I'm just looking for, here it is. No, that's not it. I've got 3 pens of the same brand and none of them are the one I want. There it is. Let's put those away. This is my sparkly jelly roll, and what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do too much, I'm just going to go around the edge of each wing. So it's not a massive tutorial, but it's just quite nice to colour something, isn't it? Now I think Rita's paper is really lovely. Sorry, I'm shadowing myself there. There we go. I've never tried it with sort of paints or wet blending fluids or anything, but for pencils I find it's really good. Now I don't know if that is quite showing up very well. Oops, I can't get the lid back on the pen. There we go. For every type of pencil I've used in her book, there you go, shine shine, goes down really well. So that's really good. I'm going to zoom out of that a little bit so you can see it in the context of the title. It is quite small, but I think hopefully because it's shiny, it just might just work and stand out a little bit. But there we go. What a fun. I'm going to leave that book open now because, and not show you the cover again, because I want to make sure that glitter pen dries. But I am going to stop talking now. I hope that was okay. I just thought we'd have a little bit of fun and do a tiny bit of colouring in it. It is nice to do a bit, isn't it? So thank you for watching. I hope you have a really, really good day, and there'll be some tutorials coming from this book sometime in the future. So thank you so much and happy colouring. Hi everyone, I am a very lucky girlie. I have received yet another beautiful Rita Berman book as a gift. Lovely Frances has sent this to me, so thank you so much, Frances. You're so generous. And it's the autumn book. I assume Herbst means autumn, but you can see from the front that this is the autumn book. Now, autumn is probably my favourite season of the year, really. So it's a really lovely idea to have this beautiful book. So I'm very excited. So I just show you a little bit around the book. We've got the dark, it's blue actually, a bluish spine, and there's the back. As per the others of Rita's books, it's not a huge size. This is an A4 piece of paper folded in half, and you can see the size. This is smaller than Johanna Basford books, but it is square, so that's rather nice. I quite like having the smaller pages because it doesn't take so long to finish a whole page, and you know how nice it is to finish a page. But should we have a look inside? I'll move it across a little bit. Okay, so we have our sort of title page, and this one tells you other books by Rita, and we've got a very pretty leaf here on the first page. And here's our copyright, and we have a very pretty mushroomy toadstool-y type design. We'll be colouring that one at the end of the video, so if you hang around, I know some people aren't so keen on just to flip through, but there will be some colouring, so you can either skip to that bit or watch the flip through and then watch the colouring. So that's rather cute, isn't it? And here is our first page. We have a very pretty scene with fields and birds, a couple of houses and a camera with some, I'm approving, pencils. Cute squirrel. Lovely little set, like a little picnic, autumnal picnic. So that's rather fun. And here we have a very, it's quite an interesting page this, isn't it? We have a few different styles of flower and then these sort of stems. It's really quite stylistic. I think it's really interesting. That's a fun one to do. And lovely little mice, aren't they cute? I think they're harvest mice, I'm assuming. Now the pages of this book, I like all Rita's books, they're pretty good. They work well with all brands that I've tried in her other books that I've got, all brands of pencil, and they're fairly thick, which is rather nice. We've got a very pretty sort of just design page here and a lovely apple. I really like this picture, it's very pretty. Ooh, and we have another scene. Just the pages are thicker than I think they should be. I don't know whether they're thicker than her other books or not, but it also looks, I think it's my light. I think it doesn't look white, but I've got my light on. I'm wondering if it's just the light. This one looks whiter. I don't think it is. I think it's my light's quite yellowy today. It's I've popped it on because it's evening and I wasn't sure how dark it really was. So we've got some really pretty fields, lovely houses in the distance and some apples and different bits and pieces. We've got this sort of harvesty corn. I'm sorry about the dog. I don't know if you can hear the little dog crying outside. I think it's okay. There are lots of people out there, but it's sad. But we have some fruit here, so that's rather nice, sort of harvesty page, and mainly apples and pears, I think. I'm just having a look. We've got a few berries. That's rather fun. And some, I love it when you cut apples like that, and they make it a little star shape if you cut them across ways. So here's the apple. If you cut it that way, which you would normally cut it that way, if you cut it that way, you get a little star in the middle like this. It's rather fun. Try it if you haven't tried it. It's good fun. Makes it hard to core, but it's just fun. Ah, cute little birds. Look, we got some berries. It looks really romantic. Look at them. So cute, and lovely acorns in this one. More cute birds. And so you could do them colourful, you could do them plain. And there's lots of options there. Ooh, a dandelion page. Very pretty. Very pretty. Now we have a basket of apples. Apples very autumnal, but I do like colouring baskets, so that's going to be a lot of fun. We've got berries. I love berries. Berries. Look at this. How very different. It's just very, very plain. I've never seen a picture that Rita's done as plain as this. That's really interesting. And, you know, a lot of fun, I think, to colour, but really different. How very interesting. Well, this is fun. I coloured a picture really similar to this that wasn't by Rita from a what's from the Sea of Flowers book. There's some flowers that look like this. I mean, obviously they're sort of petal shape, but they look quite teardroppy, and that's fun. I like that. That'd be interesting to colour. Oh, we have a sort of florals here, I guess. That's what I'm thinking. We have a lovely pair. Oh, he's having a good sing-song. Oh, it's raining. We have our line of trees. Look how interesting they look. All sorts of different patterns, but lots of rain. It does rain in autumn. I'm sorry we're not exactly in shot. It's quite hard to get it exactly lined up. And so here we have another sort of patterny page, which I find are quite fun and a little bit different, which is always nice. And we have a turkey, very sort of Thanksgiving-y, I guess. Not that we do that here in the UK, but that's quite fun. And we have these look like silver birch trees to me. It's very pretty, leaves are falling, lovely mushrooms to colour, very nice. What fun. Ooh, we have lots of corn. That's really interesting. But look, this one looks perhaps most like real corn, and then we've got different designs inside, so you can have a lot of fun. How interesting, and a sort of pattern. It's going to be a fun one, isn't it? Lovely, lovely sunflowers. Really pretty. And what's this? It's a really interesting, look at that. My brain's already going purple, dark purple, greens. I've got all sorts of ideas. That's good. And we have another lovely, look at the little bird. And we have the seeds there too. What a lot of fun. Ooh, all the veggies growing along. Turnips and carrots, and I don't know what that is. It doesn't matter, does it? Beetroot, maybe? Lots of fun. And this one, I think it's potatoes. I remember thinking when I first saw that picture that it was money, like a money tree. I think it's potatoes. I am silly. So we have a very interesting floral here. Look at that. And I'm getting distracted. We have very pretty berries and flowers and things. That's really lovely. And this one, what on earth can we do with that? Pastel, a few hints of colour here and there, a bit of glitter, I don't know. Not sure. Oh, lots of veggies, nice veggies to colour. So we've got all sorts of things going on. Sorry, I'm wiping my nose. And a flower here too, peas and different things. Lovely, nice. I like these sorts of pages because you can just dip in and out and you get a sense of accomplishment, and just by finishing one little element, because they're not all linked together in the same way as you would with this page, where we have, this is a whole double page spread, very pretty. This is from the cover, and the kite's going across, but there's so much going on. Even if I just finished this, I wouldn't feel so that I'd accomplished so much, because I would still have all this. Perhaps it doesn't make sense, I don't know. And this is very pretty. It's quite a dark, this one's quite dark, but I like that. It's fun, very thick lines and things. It's really different. And we have this one. This is nice. This is a bit like the one at the front, but again it's quite dark. I like it. Nice little berries. Now, oh look how cute is that? Look, he's got all sorts of bits caught on his spot. Oh, are we hanging the mushrooms up to dry to get some dried mushrooms? What fun. Lovely. That's a brilliant picture. Lots of lovely leaves, so you can just practice all your different leaf colour combinations. Lots of autumnal possibilities with that. Very nice. What do we have here? Grapes. Lovely. I love colouring grapes. Great fun. I think I did one quite recently with a grape mandala, didn't I? We have all the vineyards underneath. That's fun. Lots of fun florals here. So they're rather, look at this, looks like a chrysanthemum. Really pretty. Lots of fun. You could do them all similar colours or all different colours. Now we've got our sort of swoosh of leaves. I like that. All sorts of different ones. We've got a few berries in there as well. Lots of different designs and shapes and styles, and they sort of seem to go from big to small. think it's real fun. What do we have here? I'm trying to work out what's going on here. I think we're sort of, I don't know, is it like flowers? Or, not sure. Could do that any way you wanted really, couldn't you? Do anything. Now here we definitely have a pumpkin, but it's raining. So, and we have a pretty flower there as well, so that's rather nice. Ooh, look at all those. It's a really different drawing style again. It's quite thick pen. That's okay. And we have all these different mushrooms. I do like those. Look, it's this sort of puff ball one that explodes. It puffs out poison, I think, doesn't it? I think. I'm probably wrong, but they're fun. And look at this is another one which is more scaled back, so there's less detail in there. So that's really interesting. And we've got different mushrooms and the lovely snail. It's fun. I've been trying to colour a Rita snail. I've been seeing pictures of them everywhere, people having coloured them, and I haven't found one. I think there might be one in her Lander book. I'm not sure. Anyway, we have loads more pumpkins, so when we come to October and sort of Halloween's around the corner, it's a lovely page to do. Oh, and more. Wow, this one again, a bit more scaled back, but it means that you can colour them in a very different way to this one. That's rather good. And these leaves are really pretty, aren't they? Oh wow, lots and lots and lots of different mushrooms, toadstools to colour. How lovely. I do love them. Not sure what's going on here again. Are these like seeds, dandelions, magic? I don't know. Takes imagination, doesn't it? I think that's great fun. It's got trees, lovely houses. It's quite a lot of houses, isn't there, which I think is always fun. And houses is something that we don't always colour so often. So, oh, welly boots and an umbrella. Need that. It's always raining. It's raining here as well. Oh gosh, lots of rain. Now I'm thinking, what is that? Is that lightning? Is that a river running through a landscape? I don't know. I think I would, but that looks more rivery, and that's a path? Fields? I really don't know. What fun to just try and imagine and think about what to do with that page. We have a really, really pretty leaf, another snail. Lovely, look at that, very pretty. And inside we've got all sorts of different shapes to colour. Oh, now this is a very pretty page. It looks like we've got a sort of wooden tree bark and all sorts of lovely things. Lovely dragonfly and lovely berries and things. It's really pretty. And we have a little sleepy owl asleep in the tree. And we have all sorts of different things on this page to colour. So we've got lots of mushrooms, little critters. Look at him. Oh, so cute. And again, little bunny, owl. It's such a lovely, and got some nice berries, leaves, all sorts going on. A lovely page. I think that there's a similar page to this in the spring and the summer books. We have, I'm thinking geese. And that's what I'm thinking. Probably. And they're flying over this lovely landscape. I mean, obviously this isn't strictly autumnal. I guess they're migrating, maybe. But swans, do geese migrate? Swans do. Don't know. You can make these fields and things look quite autumnal if you wanted to. We could just do any season, really. Now we have a very pretty page with lots of acorns and berries. Strawberry. Yum, blackberries. What fun. Lovely page. And this one is really pretty. It's Christmassy almost, but we've got snow. Of course we do get snow in autumn sometimes. We've got lots of lovely berries. It's a really nice page. And we've got quite a snowy scene going on here with our mountains and pine trees and a little village down here. Looks like there's some water and some almost like glaciers. That's fun, isn't it? Oh, and then we're done. And look, the next book advertises the winter book, which certainly makes sense. And there's this one which I got a little while ago. And there's this one that I got a little while ago. So I'm a very lucky girl. So what a very pretty book. so we're going to do some colouring as I promised. I'm going to do this little one. Oh, I'm just grabbing some paper to put underneath. There we go. And let's come in a little bit closer. It's quite an interesting design. Now I grabbed a set of pencils, just a little Derwent Chroma Flow set to come through with me. I didn't bring my fancy sharpener. Anyway, let's just, you can see I use them quite a lot. Look, some of them are getting really short. But anyway, let's have a think about how to colour this one. So I'm thinking maybe I'll start with the, I'm going to start with this bottom bit here. Now in the Chroma Flow set I've only got quite a light grey, this one which is called Platinum. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start, I'm going to use a little bit of brown, this is called Natural Brown first, and then I'm going to add some grey as well. So I'm going to put some of this Natural Brown on each side. And then move it towards the centre, but try and make it lighter here. I don't think that's quite light enough. I'm going to add a bit more on the edge. And here. And then make it lighter as we go towards the middle. I'm just going to wipe my nose, sorry. It's been a bit of a cooler day today, which is nice, but we're about to get a really, really stupidly hot spell. We've got all sorts of heat warnings and things like that going on. So yeah, that's going to be a little bit tricky, but afterwards it's going to go really cool and rain. So it's just a matter of, for people like me who aren't fond of the heat, to just sort of look forward to, I know it's not very good wishing your life away, but look forward to the cooler day, just knowing that it's not going to last is the thing. So tomorrow it's not going to be too warm, and then it's going to start creeping up, and I think it's because it's 23 degrees today, I think 24, 25 maybe, and then it's going to be the same for a couple of days. I'm going to go over with my grey now. I'm going to just go over all of it just to tone it down, make it look slightly less brown, and then it's going to get up to, I think it's going to go up to 30 degrees on Saturday, and then 34 and 35 on Monday and Tuesday, and then back down to 23 on Wednesdays. It's quite a big difference in temperatures, which I think is partly why we struggle so much. I don't know if that happens in other countries. I'm going to do this one with this. I'm just going to do an even layer to start with. Whether it's just us, where we get these such extreme, it's very difficult to get used to the heat when it doesn't last very long, and then it sort of jumps back up from such a high temperature to such a low one all the time. Okay, now I want to do the top of this one in red. I've got two reds in this set. I think I'm going to choose the scarlet just because it's really nice and bright. Excuse me, sorry, it's evening, my voice is starting to run out. I haven't been recording anything today because it's my husband's birthday, and but I really wanted to have a look at this book, and I wanted to look at it with you. So I went to Cayman to record, and I've got quite a funny story actually. I'm just going to try and make these lines lighter towards the middle, so a bit more layers here and less as I go through. Yeah, he decided he had some money for his birthday. He wanted to go to Hobbycraft and spend it, so I went with him, and I thought, oh, if I spend some money in Hobbycraft, because I actually have a bit of money to spend, I can do a haul video, you know, these where people show all the things they bought, and I didn't buy anything. So that was that. I was after some stickles and some washi tape, and they didn't have either. I said, do you have stickles? And she looked at me blankly, and I said, it's like glitter glue. And she went, oh, we have glitter glue in the children's area. I said, no, it's not really quite the same. Well, I did go and have a look in the children's area, but the glitter glue they had there was a really thick, it was a brush. It wasn't quite as thick as this brush, but it was quite a thick brush. I was like, no, that's not really what I like. The stickers having the very thin end. I'm going to try and make the swirls nearer to the centre a little bit lighter than the ones nearer the edge. Just put a little bit less layers on, really. So anyway, I didn't find what I wanted, but my husband found what he wanted, and it's his birthday, so that was good. He wanted a paper cutter because he makes his bookmarks, and the guillotine that we've got is not particularly good at cutting really small items because you can't, the scale on there, you know, I don't know, if you've got a guillotine you might have one that has markings on so you know where to cut and you can line it up to get a straight line. Well, ours has that, but they start so that when you're cutting the things are quite big, so he hasn't got the right markings for a bookmark. He has to guess, and of course it's not easy to get it straight, so go a bit wonky. So with these, I start dark there. I think I'm just going to fade them across. He found got a couple of paper cutting things. He got something else. What's the other thing he got? I'm trying to remember. So I've looked at their colouring books too, and they had Johanna's Christmas, one copy, and that was the only Johanna Basford book they had. They had a few Millie Marottas. They had, I'm going to try and make these at this side a little bit darker. They had Wildlife Wonders, which I've got. They had one on birds, and I can't remember the other one. But Wildlife Wonders is a compilation book, so I've sort of got some pictures from those in it. They had a sort of Millie Marotta journal, which was quite nice, but you couldn't open it and look in. Oh, you could. I looked inside, but the lines in it were really close together, so I was like, not sure about that. And I'm trying to decide on my colour for this one. I've got an idea. I am going to do around each of those circles with this colour, which is the Golden Sun. And I'm going to do it quite even. I'm not going to worry about shading on these. Just going to do them even. Quite heavy-handed, not too heavy. I'm trying to remember what the other thing was. Oh, he bought some paper, I think. I think he bought some paper. Can't remember. Anyway. Oop. Yeah, when I said try not to be too heavy-handed, that's why you should try not to be too heavy-handed. Oh dear. I think I splodged there. We'll have a look in a minute. Let's wipe that. Yeah, there's a bit of a splodge. I'm just going to clear that off with my eraser if I can. I may not be able to, but I'm going to use a different colour. I was going to use the darker colour, so I will use that. And this is the colour I'm going to use. This is the burnt sienna, so it's a sort of darker version of this, and I'm going to try to make it darker on the edges and a bit lighter towards the middle if I can. We'll just see how it goes. But yeah, we found out this evening that my husband's phone, when it's on silent, which it is, it doesn't do anything. So he'd had several people try and telephone him today on his mobile, and nobody could get through because it was on silent, and he didn't hear it ring. So, and one of the two people actually called while we were out. The children were here. So I say they're children, they're 16, and they weren't interested in coming. So we left them at home. This is the basil. I'm going to use it for these. So I'm going to do a darker layer at the bottom and less at the tip. I just think it's a fun way to colour these sort of grassy type shapes. And then I've got these berries to do. I got a little plan. So I'm going to start my berries with the magenta and a light layer. So we've just got a pink base really, like that. And then use the a violet to do a bit more. It's a bit blunt. Just going to give it a sharpen. There we go. Try not to break it. So I'm just going to go all the way around the edge with the violet and gently bring it in and fade it so that hopefully you see a little bit of the pink through. Just softens it a little bit. It gets a nice colour. And the last one. And then we're going to turn our attention to the leaf. Now, it's quite an interesting leaf. We've had these dots and we have these. I'm going to decide, are we actually going to take notice of the dots and do them a different colour? Or are we just going to do the whole thing one colour? What are we going to do? Well, I think I probably am going to ignore the dots and just use my basil to start with to start to colour this end. And I'm just going to colour over the top of them and let them sort of show through, because my colouring isn't that dark. We'll still be able to see that pattern. I'm going to do a darker bit here as well, and then reduce that towards the middle of the leaf, leaving some white at the minute, like that. And then I'm going to go to a green. I'm actually going to use the foliage because I rather like it, and I'm going to go over the top of everything. So I'm really going to layer it up down here where we want it dark, and then reduce it towards the centre. And the same here. So quite a lot of layers at the bottom of the leaf, like this. And less towards the middle, so we've still got some, but not lots. And it's green, but it's not too deep in the middle. Okay, let's take a look at that in the camera. Yeah, and because it's lighter here, it can give the illusion that that bit of the leaf is a bit closer to us than the rest, to sort of emphasise its shape. So there we go. I'm going to leave that there. So there is our sort of pretty little design on the front of the book. So there we go. So I hope that was okay. As you can see, it's a lovely book, and again thank you so much to Frances who sent that over to me. I'm looking forward to doing more pictures. Whether I do them soon or I might wait until I've got the summer book. Obviously I am making a series from the summer book at the moment, so I may wait till autumn to do some, but we'll see. I may not be able to wait, but it's so lovely to have another Rita Berman book to pick from, especially one with such beautiful autumnal pictures. So thank you for watching anyway. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring. Hi everyone, I am really excited to say that I have been gifted this beautiful book. Now Frances, who gave me this, said this is to complete your collection, and she is very right. This is the only Rita Berman book I didn't actually have, and I feel so spoiled and so lucky. So here it is, and I thought I would share a flip through with you, and at the end I will do a little colouring of something. I'm not sure what. We'll see what comes up as we flip through the book. It is, as you can see, we've got quite a shiny little bit here on the star and the writing. I don't have a way of measuring it with me, but these are Rita's books are fairly small compared to some other colouring books which I like, but they are square. This one's got a blue spine and we have a little design on the back as well. I'm going to try opening it and see if I'm zoomed out too much. We'll find out. Maybe okay, maybe just right, I'm not sure. So My Winter Walk by Rita Berman, and we have a very pretty star which actually very much like this one here, which is really interesting blue, pink, orange and yellow colour. That's interesting. So we may colour that, or we might find something a little bit longer, we'll find out. And we've got a little bit about Rita here, and we've got a very pretty picture here with some festive looking houses, snow and a bird, so that's fun, and an introduction paragraph about the book as well. And here we are, let's get going. So we have a very pretty double page. It's not really a double page, but they're similar in that we've got lots of berries. There's this one, oh excuse me, it looks quite autumnal, but here we have snow on this one, so this is definitely leading us into winter. We have some blackberries and things, which is rather fun. And here we have a cute double page spread with a gorgeous bunny rabbit, a sleigh of cushions, houses, wintry houses and lots of snow, which is lovely fun. So that's a nice one to colour. And I hope, we're in the middle of summer obviously, those of you who are having very hot weather, just try and imagine you're here. Look at all that snow. Really lovely. I do like colouring snow. It's great fun, this sort of thing. Good fun. And we have some lovely pretty trees with snow falling as well. That'll be fun. And we have quite an interesting pattern page here. I quite like these in Rita's books because they're rather different. If you're not in the mood for doing proper objects, you can do something a little bit more random. But here we have a little bird knitting and some, well, I don't think the bird's knitting. Some lovely mittens, and we have some wintry lanterns, so that's quite fun. Sort of, you can do them with this sort of Christmas style or not, you know, it's up to you really. Obviously not everyone celebrates Christmas, but it's still nice doing wintry lights and lanterns and decorations. It's all good fun. Most people have some sort of celebrations around the winter time. And here we have a really pretty winter wreath. It's really lovely. Got like poinsettias and mistletoe and things, but also acorns and pine cones and holly. Really lovely. Ooh, so here this I'm assuming is the Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights. Apparently you can sometimes see these in the north of Scotland, but I'm not sure. And I assume these here is supposed to be a reflection of them in this icy water. It's a rather interesting picture to colour, isn't it? You've got all the cute little houses as well and trees. Oh, this is interesting. So we've got a sort of swirl. I think most of Rita's books have a swirly picture, but this one has these really pretty, I can see these in gold, look really nice, and a star at the end. It's sort of an icy frosty picture though, so probably gold is wrong. It'd probably be more likely to be silver or blue. Anyway, we'll see. Now this is an interesting picture. So we've got sort of florals mixed up and then this sort of triangular picture. And here we have a dream catcher, neither of which I would really think are particularly wintry. But I think that's quite fun, as you can colour them in winter colours. Obviously we've got some snow around here. Or you can just do them anyhow. You know, if you're not in the mood for doing a wintry colour, then you've got something you can do. Now here we have a sort of selection of Christmassy lights or winter lights, however you want to do them. So you could do them all the same, background, pastel background, lights shining out, or you could do them lots of multicolour lights. At the moment I only ever find lights which are red, yellow, green and blue, but I always want lights which are much more colourful, so maybe I shall draw colour in my perfect lights. Orange, pink, purple, as well as yellow, red, blue and green. That's my ideal. And then here we have what looks to me like a slightly unfinished picture in that these leaves have got some drawing on and these haven't, but I think you could just colour it however you wish really. You know, I think I would be quite happy colouring that in without worrying about adding any extra details. I'm sure I could make it work. So that's rather fun, a sort of poinsettia and different bits and bobs. Very pretty. Ooh, now we have a very tasty page. Cookies, gingerbread men, lollies, pops, candy canes. Wow, very, very nice, I would say. No doing that one if you're hungry. Now, we have more cookies and slash biscuits on this page. They're rather fun. Wow, the intricate decorating. Imagine doing those with a piping bag. Crikey, they look rather good. Almonds. Oh, that one. Anyway, on this page we have a teapot. We seem to often have teapots on colouring pages. But on this page we have some mistletoe and some cinnamon. I'm not sure I like the idea of cinnamon tea, but whatever, that's okay. Some sugar lumps. Well, now we have a very wintry, it's not really Christmassy, much more wintry. We've got our pine trees, cold mountains, ice and water, little houses. Very interesting picture. You have to try and, it's a lot of the same sorts of things, so I'd have to try and find a way of making it look really cool. Cool, yeah. They're just lots of different colours. And they have a very pretty pine cone. I coloured this in my Walk Through the Seasons book, and it's gorgeous. So I really love to colour that again. I had great fun with that. I think I did all sorts of pastel colours in the background and went a bit mad and took a risk, and it worked. We have our lovely little deer. I guess they're reindeer in the snow. Very pretty. Ah, my little birdies. Look how cute they are in their little birdhouse. And this one is resting on an apple. It's very frosty. Look at the icicles. Ooh, lots of knitting. Knitting, knitting, knitting. I used to knit. Don't knit anymore. Used to. And we have a pretty scene. A lamppost, housing, and a pretty house here with a Christmas tree. Always nice. We've got a little wreath there on the door. Oh, and this is the sort of Advent page. I did do this page from the from Rita's Walk Through the Seasons book, and I really, really enjoyed it, so I'd love to do it again. I did each one as a video though, which I won't do again. It'd be too much the same. And I did this beautiful Christmas boot as a buddy colour, and it's lovely. It'd be a lovely one to do again. It's sort of a double page really, isn't it? I think it needs, I'm sure I could do it a bit better, so it would be nice. Oh, look at that. How pretty. Lots of different ornaments. Those would make nice, a little individual Christmas video for each one. Looks like one my mum used to have. How lovely. Oh, and we have just a sort of scene, a pattern. I like that, it's fun. And a lovely tree. It's quite a plain one, that. I really like that. Could do a bit with the background, bit the pastel, maybe. I've already got an idea. But I don't know if I'm going to do that one today for you. It seems a little bit too Christmassy. Oh, I know this page was done by a Facebook colouring group as an Advent page this year. I think for Christmas last year, I should say. So that was interesting. They took that page. I wonder if they'd do another one. And someone did them. They're all in browns and golds. It was, wow, it was amazing. Look at this lovely woodpecker. I saw a woodpecker yesterday. It was a green woodpecker, had a red head. It's really pretty. And look, you've got all the sky. It might seem daunting, but to me, I think I'll get a bit of pastel, rub it on there. Won't take me long. Oh, a nice star. I've got distracted. Lovely birds. Look at them all. They're so cute. We've got a lovely star here with a bird on too. That attracted me. Oh, we've got a shopping scene here, look. So we've got a sort of wheel of some sort. Don't know, but we've got all these little wintry stores and things. How lovely. Lots of snow, little people shopping. Little doggy. Fun. And here we have a selection of presents. I wonder if there's 24. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ooh, you got some stars and things. You could probably make that into an advent page. And a sleigh. Look at the sleigh. Full of prezzies. What fun. Or you could do those each day and then do a few of these, couldn't you? Have quite a big one at the end. Nice. And then, oh, look, we've got icicles. Lots of trees. Look at the bunny. Oh, hello, bunny. Snowman. I like this page, but there's so much snow. I know it sounds silly. Yes, of course there's snow. It's a winter book. Colouring snow is tricky. So I'm going to have fun with that, trying to work out what to do. I have a very fat Christmas tree, groaning with beautiful ornaments. Very, very pretty. My tree tends to be like that. You can hardly see the tree. There's so many bits and pieces on it. It's quite fun. We have Father Christmas here, Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, whatever we call him, with his sack of prezzies. Wow, look at this table. Let's have a look. We've got some cupcakes, gravy, trifle maybe, or fruit. I'm not sure. Christmas pudding, I reckon. Although that's a lid, like it's a dome. I'm not sure. Some drink, nice candle. A few sort of puddingy things. It's a little gift in a bowl of some cinnamony something. How lovely. What a pretty picture. Very nice. Oh, and we have fireworks. Is it New Year's? Usually have fireworks on New Year's. It says it's just after 12 o'clock there, so I'm assuming so. Oh, how cute is that? So sweet. And here we have quite a wintry scene, just some glaciers and things. That's fun. And a swirly picture. We want to do silver or blue swirls, sort of like ice. Be fun. We've got a page of snow and a pretty, looks very European, not very British at all, sort of castle. I think that's great fun. And we have boots, icy boots. Ski boots, I guess. Well, skating, isn't it? Skating, ice skating. So you can do them really bright and colourful. And we have skiing here. A really interesting picture. And we have a scene, rather cute. We've got a big star. We've got the mountains and this sort of ice rink, I suppose. A little cute house. It's fun. Sleigh of prezzies. We have a pretty pattern on this one. Look at him. He looks so cute. He's on the ice as well. What a cutie. Oh, this is a detail page. And we seem to have one of these in each of Rita's seasons books with a sort of selection of little bits and pieces from the book. We've got the woodpecker and birds and rabbits and, oh, excuse me, wiping my nose, various other critters, which is rather fun. And we have a lovely picture with some lights and paper. And then we have a pretty heart. I always like hearts. It's interesting, heart I would associate with like February, with Valentine's rather than Christmas, but it's very pretty. We have a, oh, we're moving into spring, aren't we? It's sort of a catkins, sort of spring-like, and it's more springtime scene. It's really interesting. Is this in the spring book as well? Not sure, but that's really pretty. Oh, and we're at the end. So this is the spring book and the summer book, oops, and the autumn book, and I am so lucky I now have all of them. You know what I'm going to do? I have decided to have a go at colouring this star to look like that. So let's open the page. Let's get some paper. Happen to have some paper beside me to pop behind the page. I'm going to keep flipping back and forth, so I might stay spread out. So we start with blue. Now I've got my polychromos here next to me, which I think I'll just use. Now we start with a blue and then we move to pink. So I'm going to do more of a transition than is indicated in the picture. I'm probably, yeah. Start with the Helio Blue Reddish. We're a bit far away. Perhaps I will zoom in a little. You're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. And I'm just going to put a little bit in the tip. It's not going to look exactly identical to the one in the picture. But I want to have, the way it's been coloured on the cover is that there's quite a harsh line between each colour. I want to do more of a transition. So I'm trying to do a harder application in the corner and then less as we come into the centre. Like that. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to blow my nose. Right. Now, I'm going to look across to this one. It goes straight into the pink, so I'm going to do... oops. Hold on. I can't do that. I'm going to do some Delft blue, whoops, to transition into purple. So overlapping that blue, I'm just taking it a little bit further up. Like that. Like that. Now this is going to go into pink. So look. But I'm going to have a transitional colour. I'm going to use a manganese violet. Okay. And just overlap that blue, take it up a bit. This is fun. I've never tried anything like this before. Okay, what's next? I think we'll go into a pinkish colour. We've got, oh, excuse my arm reaching over, we have got a light red violet. I think I'll use that next. I don't know if it's that different, to be honest. Just use a little bit. Like that. And I'm going to grab, is that the right shade? I think so. The light magenta to go into our pink. Although it's quite a vibrant pink, isn't it? Reddish pink, perhaps that's wrong. Let's not do that. I know. Ooh. We'll use this one. This is much better. The middle purple pink. No, that was a wrong choice. And that will take us into a red. Still hear my son chattering away on his live stream. I guess he can probably hear me in the background too, but it's okay. Now if you're going to match this, I think I'm just hoping to show you that you don't have to be exact. So going to red, I was thinking Madder is quite a good pinky red. So we can sort of bring it in right to the centre now, aren't we? These would all join up a little bit. Because it can often be tempting to worry a little bit about getting it matching exactly, and then if you can't you might worry, but I'm just doing the best I can, and I think the effect is there even if the colour isn't exact. Whoops, out of the line she goes. Now we've got orange. That pencil is in completely the wrong place. She says to herself, those two are in the wrong place. Oops, I think I'm just going to, grab this one. Ooh, that was my hand. This is the Scarlet Red. Just going to try it. I think it'll work. I'm just going to scumble it round. transition isn't brilliant, but that's okay. I'm just going to take it a bit lighter in. Because we're going to use an orange. I'm going to use, yeah, cadmium orange, dark cadmium orange. And then a yellow, but I'm going to use a fairly orangey yellow. I'm going to use this cadmium, dark cadmium yellow centre. Now to me there are a few areas that aren't very neat and I want to try and just blend them up. I'm just thinking what to use. I'm going to use my Prisma blender, I think, and just try and mix those up a little bit. So there's a bit of white paper showing like on here, which I want to try and cover up really. Could try and go back over it with a colour, but I can't remember which colour is where. So I'm just going to use the blender and around here, and it does make quite a difference. Oops, we blended a bit of the black in. This problem with the Prisma blender is it can blend the ink in from the page. But, I'm trying to be careful. So I'm going to just erase that. Not erase. Rub it away with my brush. So there's the original. Mine isn't quite so light in the middle. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm just going to darken up a few areas. I think it's a little bit pale. I'm using the middle purple pink for this. I think that's about the area where it was a bit too pale. Okay, and I think it needs a little something. Now I've got two options in my head. I'm just going to find my eraser, try and tidy up where I've messed it up. Now I'm thinking either I use some white to do a bit of shine, or I use some sparkle pen to do some sparkle, or I do both. I'm going to do white first, Jelly Roll 10. I'm going to do some white lines, just a little bit random, like that. And then what I could do is use a sparkly pen. This is my sparkly Jelly Roll. And I could go all over my star, but I'm going to go, I think, around the edge. Just because I can't go all over it because the white's in the way. And it is a sort of wintry picture after all. Oh, I have to go over that white and hope it doesn't spread it. It's okay. It usually dries fairly quickly. And I think I'll do the line through it as well, this line. If you are worried about not having a very steady hand, just take it slowly or go over the whole thing. If it all goes horribly wrong, you can just go over it all. No one would ever know that that wasn't your plan to start with. There we are. There is my finished star. I'm going to come in a little closer so you can see it. And we should tip it towards the light, shouldn't we? So you can see the sparkle. There's the sparkle. So there he is. So I want to say thank you again to Frances. It's a beautiful book. I'm not sure I'm going to be doing very much from it at the minute, but in the winter it'll be an amazing one to colour. And I don't have a Christmas book with any pages left, so I've got 2 completed Christmas books, so it's really lovely. I've now got a whole book full of Christmas pictures, which is amazing. So thank you for watching. I hope that you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.